Hello, I want to talk to you today about the Iirios cordless stick vacuum. I can't tell you, there's so many features on this that I just really appreciate. Starting with just the ease of functioning. So it's really very balanced in weight. That makes it really easy in order to kind of to sweep my rugs, and the extendable handle makes it storage, makes the storage really convenient, and also the further out it gets, the easier it runs along your flooring. To operate this, it's a push button in the back. It starts at the middle level, and then there's a touch screen up top that will change it to high, low, medium, high. Low, medium, high. Also here is one of the easy change filters. So that would just pop right out, easily replaced. I think it maybe even came with an extra one. I haven't had to replace it though. To change out the dust cartridge here, there's two different ways. There's one with a trigger here that will open up the flap at the bottom. Don't worry. Fortunately, I can vacuum that right back up. The other one is actually, there's a little button on here that maybe, once it's leaning up against the wall or it's in its charger, so you can just pop that out. There's a filter, another filter in here, and another filter in there. So when you're vacuuming any of the dust bits or so, you're not stirring anything up. It is a HEPA filter. I think there's probably 2 HEPA filters is what it kind of looks like. And this sort of first filter that the dustbin reaches is really easy to wash out, and just under the sink or so, squeeze it out and let it dry before you put it back. Some of the other features to this vacuum are that the charging sort of rack, that when you hang it up, the charging cable goes right into the removable battery. You can remove the battery, or you can put it into your let's see there, or you can put it into the charging. So when you hang it up, it automatically starts charging. It does charge pretty quick actually too. So it doesn't. I usually will charge it overnight, but it doesn't need that. So. Also, the charging station has spots for the 2 extra attachments that come with it. There's that one that's kind of the sort of the fine point nose that actually clicks into the charging dock, which was really startling. Usually those things are falling all over the place. They don't really click in or set in or so. There's maybe a clip, but it doesn't, you know. And then the other attachment is kind of a wider box nose that can, you can utilize the little brush around there, or you pull it back and it clicks out of the way in order to kind of get all your nooks and crannies. So, I mean, I love the color. So it's really attractive. It kind of has a little bit of a pride moment in order to, when I use it, like, it's pretty slick. I also noticed that the style of brushes these don't really collect some of the like hair and things that I would find with some of my other cordless vacuums. This one also, that's different than some of the other ones, have a little sort of brush inside that brushes off the brushes in order to help, you know, collect any of the debris, so it's not just winding around those brushes. So, and the big wide wheels really help it glide along any of the different surfaces that I have, whether it's this finer carpet, I've got some thicker carpet, hardwood floors, nothing really gets past this thing. So it even collects right up next to the baseboards. I don't really need to come back. If the vacuum head will fit there, I don't really need to come back with a finer tool. That's more for tricky areas that is smaller than this attachment. So awesome. Well, yeah, I hope you get one for yourself. I know you're gonna love it just like I do. You know, happy cleaning.
As I'm taking some of the pieces out of the box, you can see that the cardboard boxes, or the actually protectors themselves, have pictures of each piece that's in them. As you can see, there was the main handle compartment that was inside that box, and then here is the piece right there. And then there's also, each box has a picture of what's inside. Very smart packaging idea. I just wanted to show you at least another packaging label here, which is the sweeper itself. And that was the box it was in. And then here's the sweeper. So it's very cool how it actually shows you the picture of the item that's inside that particular box. And here I have everything laid out to show you what was inside the box, all the pieces, the user manual, and we'll use that to put everything together, which looks pretty simple. And here's a vacuum cleaner all connected together and standing up. And right now we're charging the battery, and we're going to get ready to clean momentarily. Get to see this baby in action. And what's nice about it also, if you see in the back, there is a telescopic pole here so you can change and adjust the height to meet your needs. You just push that red button in and you can see all the different levels in which you can adjust the height so it's comfortable for you and your arm in cleaning and swifting the item and the vacuum around the room. So we're going to turn the power on. And you can see we're pretty full charge. We're going to start, this is medium range. That's high range. And that's low range. So we'll start at low range and see what we can do. We got some hair, some dirt, and some mold. And look at that, just on medium. That's on actually low range. This is low range, but we'll do a little bit. We'll move up to medium. And that's cleaning up the dirt. Look at that. Let's go to high. And we'll put the mold. And it's all going. Sucks it right up. So we have 3 speeds. Low, medium, high. With the touch of a finger. And then we'll power off. And you're good to go. Okay, now we're going to empty out our dirt by just pushing this little trigger button here. Look at that. Hands free. It's all empty and clean. Close the lid. Snap it shut.
Hey there, excited to try this new vacuum I just got. Just came in the mail today. I have a long-haired German Shepherd, so he leaves a lot of hair. So we're gonna give this a try because that's what I ideally wanted it for, is on my hardwood floors. We also have some crumbs over there. I know there's some dog hair underneath there. So here we go. Just simply push the button here. And here we go. That's what I'm talking about. All right, so love the swivel feature on this. Seemed to pick up really good on my hardwood floors. I did try it on the carpet, worked good there as well, but probably best on the hard surfaces. Love this new vacuum. Can't wait to have a cleaner house.
We're gonna make a video. Happy to start. I need a costume. What am I wearing?
You Okay, folks, this vacuum, I'm going to turn it on. When you turn it on, it starts off at medium. You'll see me hit a button and push it to high, and then we'll go to low or battery saving mode. But 48% left to have on it. Here's the button. Push it on high. Do it again. That's battery saving mode. Medium works fine. It'll get the carpet. I've already done a little bit of vacuum, but you can see where it will leave the lines. It'll pick up the carpet. And we'll see in the picture. I was really shocked at how much dirt this thing really picked up.
ऐसे नहीं होगा, इसकी वीडियो बनाने के लिए ना थोड़ा कूड़ा मचाना पड़ेगा। अरे जैसे पेपर के पीसेस